Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be covering a very important topic in physics, kinematics. In kinematics, there's three main equations which can be used to find the initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time, and displacement. With this equation here, we can see that the final velocity can be found by getting the initial velocity and adding it by the acceleration times time. This equation here can be used to solve this problem. To find the final velocity, you show that from rest is the initial velocity, so that means that it is 0, plus 4 meters per second squared for the acceleration, times 6 seconds for time. Using that, you can find that the final velocity equals 24 meters per second. In the second equation, it shows that the displacement can be found by multiplying the initial velocity by time, and then adding that to half the acceleration times time squared. So in this problem here, the airplane is starting from rest, so the initial velocity is 0. You multiply that for 30 seconds, then you add that by half, 3.0, which is the acceleration, times 30 again, squared. So here, it would be the delta x equals 0 plus 1/2 30 times 900. Then you just finish the equation, which would be 1/2 27,000. And then here it shows the displacement would equal 13,500 meters. And that is how you use the second equation to find displacement. In this last equation, it can be used to find the final velocity, but in the instance where the time is not given. So in this problem, you accelerate from rest, so that means the initial velocity would be 0, plus 2 from the equation times 10 meters per second squared for the acceleration and 100 meters for the displacement. So what you do is that you just solve the equation as is. So final velocity squared equals 0 plus 2,000. Then here equals just 2,000. And to clear the square here, you get the squared root of both sides, which that means the final velocity would equal 44.72 meters per second. Another way in which you could use these equations is to find variables found within the equation, such as the initial velocity, acceleration, time, and displacement. In this problem here, you drive your car for 10 seconds, you start at 5 meters per second, and finish at 25 meters per second. What is A? For this problem, we would use the first equation in which 25 is the final velocity, 5 is the initial velocity, 10 is time, and the acceleration is the variable we're looking for. So here, you subtract 5 from both sides, making 20 equals 10A. And then you divide 10 from both sides to isolate the acceleration, and this would help you find your value. So the answer for this problem is that the acceleration would be 2 meters per second squared. Now that we went over all the equations, you should know how to solve problems with them, identify what equations you use in the problems, and what each variable means. Thank you.